Avatar: The Last Airbender is an American-produced cartoon series on Nickelodeon. It is a groundbreaking TV series because its characters and fantasy settings are Asian and Inuit inspired, with many elements of the cartoon directly resembling parts of ancient Chinese, Japanese, Korean, Inuit, and Yupik culture. From the food they eat, the clothes they wear, the writings, the currency, the architecture, the religions, the philosophies, the martial arts, and the mythologies. Some characters and storylines are inspired by actual people and historical events. China's first emperor Qin Shi Huang, who created the world-famous Bing Ma Yong, was a fierce conqueror and infamous for his cruelty. To build his dynasty, he wiped out entire nations and their cultures. The Forbidden City was the home for China's last emperor Pu Yi, who lived an extremely sheltered life. Much like the Earth King, it was said that he did not know the condition of his country until his own palace was invaded, and he himself had to flee the capital to live under the Japanese. The world-famous Shaolin Temple, home of the Shaolin monks, was founded in the 5th century and located in the Henan province of China. Erlang Shen and Chang'e are both Chinese mythological characters. A heavenly general who could shoot fire from his third eye, and a woman who left her family and became the moon goddess. Perhaps what is most unique about this program is that it presents the audience with complex Asian characters who play the role of heroes.
Yeah, I think you should be Asian to play the lead role.
I'd rather have an Asian main cast because I like things that relate more to what it originally was, so it would work better and be closer to the show than, you know, if it was an all-white cast.
I think they should stick to the show as much as they can.
Yeah? Well, what do you think about the casting they've done so far then?
Well,
With the people, with the main characters?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is kind of like they're all white. That's not gonna lie.
Say if by any chance they did cast everyone Asian, would you still go see the movie?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think either way.
Either way, because the show is
Yeah.
good, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you think if you guys get to be in the show and they dress you up as Asians?
I wouldn't mind.
Well, I'm
You wouldn't
Asian,
mind? So you guys wouldn't mind at all, right?
No.
No, but what about you guys?
I think it'd be cool because I love the show, and that'd be really
Yeah.
So-
Well, it depends what I'm playing, you know.
Depends what you're playing.
Yeah.
And if
Depends
you're
what extra we are, I guess.
if they like put some makeup on you and pull up your hair and
Yeah.
make you be an Asian, you'll be okay with it?
I guess. I
Yeah?
don't know. We're kind of unsure about it. Yeah.
I'd be okay with it.
You'll be okay with it.
He just wants to be in it. Yeah, he just wants to be in it. Yeah. Like either way, it's still Avatar, so. True.
Do you think like maybe for the first casting for the lead they should at least try to see if they could cast Asian?
Yeah.
You think so? Read this. This is the very first casting call that they send out for the leads. Actually, they send out to agencies. So agencies read that breakdown and then they send in actors.
We're all Caucasian.
Yeah. What says orange ethnicity?
Have you guys seen this picture before? No, you don't know what that is? That's called blackface. It's back in the days when
I did. Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Wow.
Would you consider this similar to what they're doing right now, painting white actors yellow
Yeah.
skin?
Kind of.
Yeah. That's weird that they'd want all white people.
Yeah. Like I don't understand. Just instead of using a lot of makeup, just.
Hire an Asian person. Hire me.
Has the media socially conditioned children? Absolutely. But the effects of it are not immediately obvious. They often don't become obvious until they grow up. And then as adults, they start dealing with these issues, the racial issues, you know, in which this internalization has clearly manifested itself in their lives.
Have you seen the show?
Avatar?
Avatar?
I caught it. Yeah.
You have?
Yeah, she has.
Do you like Anne?
Kind of, yeah.
Who's your favorite character?
I don't really know.
You don't really know? Here's the breakdown casting for the lead roles of the film. What do you think about that?
I think it's really up to the filmmakers to use their own, you know, creative vision. I mean, it's also a business, so
Yeah.
you know, if it draws a bigger audience because they're using white child actors, then it's a business, you know.
Would it be okay if they use the white child actors and give them a tan and try to make them seem to be Asian?
Well, I mean, if they beat out, you know, another Asian contender, then that's life.
When you think of the controversy regarding The Last Airbender and asking what kind of impact is that going to have on children, right? The target age is 6 to 11 years old. So you have we're going to have these 6 to 11 years old, give or take, flooding the theaters once the film comes out this July. And we're going to see what impact, what kind of message is being sent to them. This is clearly going to have an impact on the way children perceive when they see this movie and go, oh, I thought, you know, the main characters are clearly drawn to be Asian and clearly considered to be Asian in this Asian environment with many Asian themes left and right. And then I see white actors, and what impact is that going to have on children who are not old enough to really critically think and critically consider the effect this is having? And it really doesn't show up until they grow up. Then they wonder, why do I want color contact lenses? Why do I want to get a surgery on my eyes to make them bigger? Why do I want to dye my hair a lighter color? Why am I not happy with who I am? And that's when we start to see the ways in which issues just like this we start to internalize white is better, right? And the heroes are white, the enemies are people of color. And this is something, again, it would be one thing to say that this was a singular episode, but it isn't. And we see this kind of issue surfacing time and again throughout American history, throughout the history of cinema in the past century.
Are you here for the
My
cast?
daughter is.
Your daughter?
There she is.
Oh, she's here for the protest.
She's half Chinese and half black.
Uh-huh.
And loves Avatar.
And loves Avatar.
Loves the Avatar. Loves it.
What do you think about what they're doing right now with the casting?
I think it sucks. And I think they're going to lose a lot of fans. People like my daughter's age, she's 16. A lot of her high school friends were really upset about it. I don't think they're going to watch the movie.
Because of the casting.
I think they're going to lose a lot of money. It's a stupid, stupid decision. These kids are very aware of what's going on, and they're not going to watch this movie. And here I am. I brought her over.
Where are you from?
From New Jersey.
New
30 minutes
Jersey.
away from here.
You come here because you strongly believe in...
Yes, I strongly believe in this. Like, whitewashing is racist, and these people obviously aren't white. There's so much evidence, especially from the poster that I made there.
So, do you have any friends at school that watch the show also?
Yeah, I had my friend, and I invited her to come to the protest, but she couldn't come because she had to work. We are both hardcore avatars, so yeah, we're just highly disappointed by the casting, and it needs to change.
That's sort of south of France.
Thank you. That's awesome. You use that to as an example for the protest.
It's just the same. It's equally racist.
There's no difference between the two.
Yeah.
There are people who say there
that
is.
says this. We don't believe blacks can play blacks in movies. And what's going on here is we don't believe Asians can play Asians. There's no difference. No difference whatsoever.
It's very disturbing.
Yeah.
The kids and all are waiting in there. They're trying to get in the movie.
Do you think if they cast the entire show Asian, would you still watch the film?
Oh, you guys are protesting this show?
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, we're protesting because
being cast white.
Yeah, but that's, you know what the problem is? Today, everything's too politically correct. Everybody's so concerned about everybody's always concerned about hurting each other's feelings instead of just entertainment and enjoying, you know?
But if they do that, would you?
In Asian costumes?
If everybody was Asian costumes, Asian culture, all the writing systems are Asian.
Well, I can throw that back on you guys then. Why are you in the United States?